News 25 is brought to you by Dr. George Leeks, Pahrumps optometrist since 1990, offering full spectrum eye care for children and adults. Call today, 727-8300. News is also brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
Tonight, the VEA annual meeting has many attendees up in arms, and Nye County is once again on fiscal watch. News 25 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
The Valley Electric annual meeting is cut short as tempers rise. It's Monday, April 29th. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. Valley Electric Association had their annual meeting Saturday at Pahrump Valley High School. The event was followed by a special meeting called by the Board of Directors of the Electrical Cooperative and a surplus auction. The annual meeting for Valley Electric Association was attended by members and a group called VEA Members for Change. This group was formed following a rate increase for electrical and broadband and a subsequent arrest of the co-op CEO Angela Evans for embezzlement. The group wants to recall all board members and has a petition in circulation recently to move forward with holding a special meeting to vote on that issue. The meeting started out with an interesting prayer that asked for peace and understanding.
Lord, I pray today for guidance for the members of our co-op, for the VEA Board of Directors, for the administration, and all the employees. Everyone needs wisdom, and you've told us in your holy word that if any of you lacks wisdom, let him ask of God, who gives generously to all without reproach, and it will be given to him. And Lord, we ask you today for that wisdom. Obviously, all here are aware of recent circumstances that have caused concern, even alarm, regarding recent happenings at VEA. And for that reason, we're even more in need of wisdom, discernment, and godliness. Dear Lord, certainly we desire justice to be done for wrongs to be committed, but all of us also want to be heard and to be understood. So help us to be willing to listen and to be eager to understand. Even as we read in the Bible, let every person be quick to hear, slow to speak, and slow to anger.
On Saturday, a group of people attempted to take over the annual meeting and had an agenda of their own items that they wanted to discuss. Deputies with the Nye County Sheriff's Office stopped the group and instead asked them to speak during public comment.
Open up the floor to comments and questions. Even though it's not listed on your agenda, it will happen.
Why isn't it on the agenda?
Right. Well,
it should be. The agenda not dated?
That would be.
Hold on 1 second, guys.
The answer is though that there will be that it will happen.
It will.
Can I have your name and position?
My name's Rachel. I've been to about 11 of these meetings, and it happens every year.
So you don't work for Valley Electric?
I do.
You do work for Valley Electric. What's your position?
So, are you satisfied with that?
No. What's your position?
It doesn't matter my position.
No, it does matter, because if you don't have the authority to speak on this issue, then you're just one of the employees.
I am just one of the employees.
The opportunity for you to speak.
This is not even be there. We're asking you to keep it peaceful at this moment.
Wait until that.
That's what we have never done anything here that has not been peaceful. Okay.
Will you be doing that?
We're asking you to keep it peaceful at this point. But to make
It's also been banned.
The group did not feel that they had their voices heard. The annual meeting was cut short after things got heated. The Valley Electric attorney told members that VEA cannot answer the audience questions because the Member for Change group's attorney has notified them that he is speaking for the group, and VEA is not allowed to speak to any members represented by the attorney. Only the attorneys are allowed to speak to each other at this point.
Due to the Members for Change being present, obviously we can take questions and answers.
But this is for the people.
We're the members. We should be asking questions.
We owners.
Set an appointment.
You don't. We do.
Even if you don't answer.
Owners don't own.
We can ask, but we can't answer. I can't answer any question.
Well, a whole lot more on the VEA annual meeting on tomorrow night's broadcast. According to the Nye County Public Information Officer Arnold Knightley, the county has been placed back on fiscal watch as of Tuesday, April 23rd by the Committee on Local Government and Finance during a hearing in Carson City. The low-level state monitoring of the county will begin later this week or early next week through a letter with full terms of what the watch will entail, including reporting requirements and when the county and treasurer's office need to return before the committee. He says the concern appears to center on the continued lack of timely filing of treasurer's reports and bank reconciliation reports, an issue that predates current treasurer John Prudhomme and issues his office, they say, has been working on diligently to correct. News 25 will return after this break.
You're watching KPVM News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Welcome back. Well, China and the U.S. are tightening their grips on the trade wars. Angela Miles reports.
Topping our news, White House officials are traveling to Beijing to begin talking trade tomorrow. The trade war started last year with the U.S. and China placing tariffs on billions of dollars in imported products. The president's advisor, Larry Kudlow, tells CNBC there is headway in negotiations. China's president, Xi Jinping, tells reporters he does not intend to use China's currency, the yuan, as a trade weapon. President Trump has accused China of manipulating its currency. In the UK, Prime Minister Theresa May is reportedly backing off her plans to push for an early vote on Brexit. This week, there's a local election there, and with no deal yet, reports say there could be heavy losses from members of Britain's Conservative Party. In the U.S., Slack's IPO is on the way to Wall Street. The messaging company for businesses will list directly on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker symbol SK.
Thanks so much, Angela. Well, Ed Kelly invites job seekers and employers to this Friday's job fair at Nye Communities Coalition.
Next quarterly job fair, May 3rd, Friday, May 3rd from 9 a.m. to noon, 1020 East Wilson Road at Nye Communities Coalition. We have numerous employers that have been invited. We've gotten responses back so far and having them attend, and the numbers will grow as we get closer. Dress for success, bring your resumes. The employers definitely interview on site. They like to meet you face to face, so have your resumes. You can come to the coalition, prepare your resumes, make your copies, use the computers, whatever you need to do to be ready. We also have our workshops, job readiness, resume workshop, dress for success. We have our orientation that tells you about all we have to offer, and we do have training dollars that we can spend if they're eligible for our program. Then we can assist them with training and paid training to get people higher skills. We're open 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday, except Thursdays. The campus doesn't open until 9 a.m. It's 1020 East Wilson Road. Come on down, come to orientation. Let's see what we can help you with. It'll be in our activity center, which is called the Nye Activity Center, our NAC. It's the big building on campus.
And the county commissioners discussed this year's parade in our state capitol during last week's meeting.
Discussion and deliberation regarding county participation and entry in this year's Nevada Day Parade in Carson City.
Yep.
Mr. Chairman, I had just a minor correction. This is not the 150-year anniversary for Nevada. It is 150 years for Pershing County. It's the 151st year, I believe.
Yeah,
for Nevada.
Yep.
I'd like to make a comment. I do think that we should be represented in there.
I agree.
I'd like to make a motion to approve.
Second.
Second.
I have a motion and 2 seconds to approve. Further discussion.
I was just a little confused as when I was reading this item, it was talking about the locomotive is owned by the town of Tonopah. It's mounted on a flatbed that will require some repairs to make it roadworthy. Do we need to put any kind of money? Where is that coming from?
We don't know, and we don't have to really use.
Oh.
That. We can use whatever we want to use. It's just it's just a sort of a suggestion.
Okay. I mean, I'd like to see this participate.
I think it's a good suggestion to get this operational. It should be used in all the parades.
And then that was my next suggestion is I'd like to see this at, our major parades down here in Pahrump, too. I'd like to see the county represented, Why not? Go up north, come down here. I want to see the locomotive. Why not? I think the people would appreciate that as well.
Well, the problem is the locomotive is owned by the town of Tonopah, so you're not going to get it down here, so.
Oh,
If we
we'll ask.
If we had bought Bonnie Springs stuff, I'd have my own train.
Chairman Koenig's looking for a train ride.
Choo-choo.
We could ask them to represent Tonopah in our parade.
Is there any further discussion?
I would just ask Commissioner Wickman, please share with the Tonopah Town Board that we express interest in having it in our parades down in Pahrump as well. And do we need to have a funding source for this, Mr. Chair?
I don't believe so.
No?
It's not part of the agenda,
Actually,
put it that way.
The only reason it's on the agenda is to get the affirmation of the Board of County Commissioners to give staff the authorization to look forward to doing that and trying to figure out what they're going to do.
Right.
Okay.
Public comment. Seeing nothing, hearing nothing. All those in favor say aye.
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 Aye. Unanimous.
And more news when we return from this break.
News 25 is brought to you by Bill and Robin Law, injury attorneys. Injured? Need money? Get Bill and Robin, your local Pahrump injury attorneys.
Well, the University of Nevada Cooperative Extension now has more secure funding to continue their programs. This item was up for discussion during a recent Board of County Commissioners meeting.
The discussion of how the funding from Nye County will be used to further the work of the university in Nye County, Pahrump, was had at the recent Board of County Commissioners meeting. Professor M.L. Robinson, representing directors Eric Killian and Holly Gadsden, was present to answer any questions the board had. The professor states that his budget will give us a body in Tonopah, and that if this agenda item is approved, we can look forward to seeing a body for 4-H in Pahrump, plus a part-time administrator. Commissioner Cox clarifies that they are not raising taxes, but instead reinstating what's already there. During public comment, people of all ages stepped in support of 4-H. County Manager Timothy Sutton makes some clarifications.
So I just wanted to clarify a couple of items. So the rate that's being proposed would not be an increase to anyone's tax bill. So what it would do, because some of the jurisdictions are at the tax cap, and so we can't do a countywide increase, but what we can do is take a corresponding portion of the existing county line item of the property tax and reduce it by that amount. And the reason I bring that up is because the 2% that's on the floor for the motion by Commissioner Wickman would be approximately $312,000. That's a lot more than the cooperative extension requested. If you look at their proposed budget, it's about $200,000. So keep in mind that with this motion, you will be reducing the county's portion that provides for general county services by $312,000. The original proposal that the extension approached us with was to implement a 1% tax rate, have that supplemented by a $25,000 request from the town of Pahrump, and then they were also going to reach out to the town of Tonopah as well, and possibly other jurisdictions too.
Commissioner Strickland expresses her concern over the 2% rate, it being the highest we've ever gone for the cooperative extension. She states that she would like to have the motion reconsidered that Commissioner Wickman had, which was to raise it to 2%. However, after hearing Commissioner Wickman's defense, saying not only does it provide for individuals in the increased staffing, but also because the money will be matched.
So I hear you and your passion, and I don't see any reason now to amend your motion. I can support your 2%. Thank you.
Well, thank you, because my amended motion didn't get a second.
So we're still at 2. Is that correct? Your motion is 2. The second is 2.
The second is 2.
Yes, and I want to see this program succeed. I don't want to see it end up getting thrown in the garbage can again because we didn't give you quite enough money to succeed.
You're right.
And I know there's big support. I have not had anybody in Pahrump say that they they had a problem with funding the 4-H. Their problem was they wanted to get it up and going and make it successful.
Their biggest problem was we defunded it.
Yes, exactly. But they
All right.
want it back.
Mr. Chair?
Believe me.
Yes. Now I'm going to call for the vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, unanimous. You can go back to school now if you want.
Thank you very much.
Or you can sit here for the rest of the day.
There is your lesson in politics today.
Well, it looks like it's going to be another crazy weekend. The Wild West Extravaganza is happening this weekend in Petrick Park. Here's Carlton McCaslin with the details.
It's going to be May 3rd, 4th, and 5th. I'm going to be involved in the melodrama. That's what the Shadow Mountain Players are doing. It's called Shootout at Sadie's Saloon. It's free to the public, and everybody who comes in gets a free bag of popcorn to throw at the villain. Well, I return as the villain this year. I hadn't done it in a couple of years for some health reasons, but I'm now back as the villain in full steam on it.
Yeah.
But that's only part of the Wild West. We've got gunfighters there. We've got Civil War reenactors. There's food booths there. There's going to be a parade Saturday morning at 10 o'clock. It's going to go around the park. And it's just going to be all a lot of fun. It goes till 9 o'clock Friday night and Saturday night, and then Sunday goes till 4. The parade's going to go around the park this year.
Okay.
Makes it a little shorter and a little easier on the guys on horseback. This is the 17th year of it. It started with Bob Baker. It's passed on. Sharon Worley, our sheriff, has taken over the head of it. And she has some good help working with her. Like Jim Hanna's running the parade. Janice, who works for the sheriff, she's got the reenactors. There's food booths there. It's just a chance to step back into our heritage in the West and enjoy it. There will be programs when you come into it that should list when the children's games are and one like that. 4-H is putting children's games on, but all events ought to be listed in the program. Yeah, they do have a website, and there's some phone number contacts. Stop by any place that has one of the flyers and give you all the information on what's going on. The first show will be Friday night at 7 o'clock. And then after that, the next show will be 2 o'clock Saturday afternoon, 7 o'clock Saturday, and then 2 o'clock Sunday afternoon. Yeah, anybody can join in the parade on it. I think we've got some people that are in 4 wheels rather than 4-legged animals. So it's going to be a good time for everybody. There's also going to be an art show. We haven't had that for several years. There's some quilts that'll be on display. And it's just, like I say, it's just going to be a good show. And it starts at 9 o'clock and goes, 9 o'clock. Or the parade starts at 10, though.
Well, Desert Haven Animal Society has some great pets available now for adoption. Today at Desert Haven, we feature Baby. Baby is an adult pit bull. She has a short brown coat, a white chest, and white socks on the front. She is adorable. If you're looking for a medium-sized animal that gets along with your family, Baby may be the dog for you. Baby prefers to be the only dog in the house, however, so you can spoil her. Baby was an owner surrender. Her previous owner says that she's approximately 3 years old and that she loves to snuggle with the kids in the family. However, other animals aren't recommended. If you want to find out more about Baby or any of the other pets here at Desert Haven Animal Society, give them a call at 775-751-7020. You can stop on by at Surrey Lane behind the Nye County Courthouse right off Basin Avenue, or you can look them up on Facebook at Desert Haven Animal Society or on the web at deserthavenas.org.
News 46 Weather Cam is brought to you by Glenn Lerner Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Well, let's take a look outside. I hear we have someone special reporting for us.
Well, they say that April showers bring May flowers. We're really hoping that's the case today, as we've been having rain and thunderstorms all day. So if you want to learn how to be a weather spotter, make sure to tune in after the break to get the details on that, as well as your weather forecast.
News 25 Weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real. And by Pahrump Rental and Do It Best Hardware. Your friendly small town hardware store. Shop small, shop local.
Hello and welcome back to a slightly rainy edition of News 25. I'm Michael Donahue with today's temperatures across the state. In Las Vegas, we had a high of 77 degrees, a low of 58. In Death Valley, we're slipping out of those hundreds. We're going to see a high of 84 and a low of 65. Amargosa at 76.52, Beatty at 70.48, 69.40 in Goldfield, Tonopah at 68.38, Carson City a high of 70, a low of 42, Fallon 73.40, and Fernley at 72.41. Today in Pahrump, we're having some thunderstorms throughout the day, and our rain precipitation level is expected to be at 1/10 of an inch. A high temperature today was 73 degrees, winds coming out of the south-southwest at 8 miles per hour, 41% humidity, and our sunrise at 5:53 a.m. For tonight, it's currently 65 degrees outside with partly cloudy skies, a low 51 degrees. Winds coming out of the south-southeast at 8 miles per hour, so that really hasn't changed. Humidity at 68% and our sunset at 7:29 p.m. Looking ahead to our 7-day, we do have some partly cloudy skies throughout the week, but we are expecting some sunny skies to poke through this Thursday, Saturday, and next Monday. Temperature-wise, on Thursday and on Tuesday and Wednesday, our high temperatures are expected to be at 77 and 75 degrees. This Thursday through next Sunday, we're going to be up in those 80s, just between 80 and 88 degrees. And then next Monday, we're going to slip down just a little bit to 77. For overnights, all expected to be in that 50-degree bracket all through next Monday, just between 52 and 59 degrees. So now, if you're interested in becoming a weather spotter, make sure to come down to the Nye County EM Training Room Thursday, May 9th from 6 to 8 p.m., where they'll teach you how to identify different weather patterns, different cloud variations, and how to identify what kind of weather may be coming your way. Now, once again, that's Thursday, May 9th from 6 to 8 p.m. in the Nye County EM Training Room here in Pahrump. So now we're going to throw it back to the desk with Deanna.
Looks like lots of fun. I'm going to go to that for sure. Well, that's going to wrap up this edition of News 25. I'm Deanna O'Donnell from all of us here at KPVM TV and Ace Country Radio 103.1 FM. Have a great night. We'll see you back here tomorrow.